Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate your guys' support. Remember, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and next to it is the bell. Also, don't forget to share this with your friends and family and tell them to subscribe. I love making these videos for you guys, and today I'm going to share with you guys a really easy way to make beef tortas. They are such a delicious Mexican dish that you can accompany it with just eating the torta, or you can make it with other things on the side like beans and rice. Well, you guys, I can't wait to share my recipe with you guys, so stay right there and I will show you guys how I make my recipe.
So here are the ingredients that you will need. Beef chuck roast, mozzarella shredded cheese, mayonnaise, beef flavored bouillon, jalapeños. Either they can be the whole ones, you can buy the whole ones, but I like the ones in little slices that are in a can. Some oil, a roll, but we call them bolillos. We buy them in our local Mexican store. You will also need some lettuce, tomato, onion, and avocado. The first thing you will need to do is cut up your chuck roast into small little squares. So here I am chopping it up, getting it ready for the skillet. And it's up to you. You can make them bigger slices or smaller slices, and I just like them a lot smaller. Okay, so the next step is to grab a pan, put it on medium heat. You have all your meat all chopped up, put it inside the pan, let it cook. And I think I said put the flame at about medium heat would be perfect. And let it cook. At this point, you don't add the oil. You will add it later on because the meat does have some of that fat. We want to let it cook first to get that softness, and then we will add the oil to get that crunchy taste. Okay, now you will add 1 tablespoon or half a tablespoon of the beef bouillon. It's up to you. I added 1. I feel like I could have used less. Now mix it up really, really good. Get all of those flavors together, the seasoning. And then you will add just a sprinkle of salt around your meat. You don't need too much because you already have the beef bouillon. Now stir it up because we don't want to eat just one piece of meat with a lot of flavor. Just mix that up and let it cook. While it's cooking, you can chop up your vegetables. So I am chopping up my tomato. I'm just going to cut it in half and cut them in half moons. And once I'm done, I'm going to place it on my plate so it's ready when I am done cooking. Next, you're going to chop up an onion. I love the white onion. That is my favorite. But you can also use the yellow or the purple onion. Or no onion at all. Your choice. But here, I just cut them in half moons. And next, I will chop up some lettuce. You just want to cut out all that excess that if it's a little brown. Remember to wash your vegetables before you chop them up. I always wash them, let them dry because I don't want my cutting board to be all full of water. So here I am just cutting them into big chunks. You don't need small pieces. If you like them finely chopped, you can do that as well. But I like them in big slices. Okay, next you want to make sure you have an avocado. You know, everybody has their way of checking their avocados. I always kind of squeeze to make sure that it's soft. And that means that they're ready. And now I'm going to slice it. And with a spoon, then I scoop them out once it's time. Okay, now I'm going to go check up on my meat to see how it's doing. And now it has cooked very well. The flavor and the smell, you guys, I can't tell you guys how delicious it smells in the house. Now, at this point, now that it's cooked well, you want to drizzle a little bit of oil. We want to make sure that that meat gets crispy and delicious, you guys. Can you hear that sizzle? It's delicious. Now, on the side, I am heating up my comal. And I set my comal about a medium heat, left it there for a good 5 minutes while the meat was finishing up, crisping up. And this is how you want your meat to kind of look like. It still needs a little bit longer to crisp up, you guys. So I'm going to, with my bolillo or your roll, you want to cut it in half. You have your choice of mayonnaise. I like this mayonnaise. Use whatever kind you like. I'm just going to drizzle it on one of my halves of the roll. And now that my comal is warm, I'm going to place that roll, that half of the roll, onto my comal to let that bread crisp up as well. And now you want to do it the same way to the other half of your bolillo or your roll. And then place it onto the comal so it can get crispy in the middle. That's why we add the mayonnaise. So the mayonnaise helps it get crisp. You can do it without it, or you can add a little bit of butter. But the mayonnaise gives it such a delicious taste. All right, guys. So here I am checking the meat again to make sure that it's ready. And it is. It's ready. It's crispy. It's so delicious. It smells so delicious, you guys. I hope you guys try this recipe. Okay, so see how crispy that looks? That's how we want it to look. If you want it more crispy, you can make it crispier. If you don't want it as crispy, you don't. My other side wasn't so crispy, so here I am flipping it again, letting it cook for a little bit longer. And now it's ready. So now I'm going to add the cheese. You can add as much or as little as you want. I'm going to add a lot, you guys, because it's so good. I can't believe how delicious it is. And my mom was the one who would started putting the cheese on there. We normally do not put cheese, but she did, and oh my God, it's delicious. Now here I am adding the meat on top of it. You can add as much as or as little as you want. Now that I have added the meat, I'm actually going to add more cheese. Like I said, the more the merrier. If you don't want to add that much, that's okay as well. It's up to you. But you will be missing out if you do not add a lot of cheese. It is so good. And now I'm letting the cheese get melted. I'm going to push it down with my spatula. And once I see that the bottom of the cheese has melted, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the torta around and let the other side cook and let the cheese melt. And I'm cleaning up the melted cheese around there. I mean, if you guys know me, I am an organized freak. So as you can tell, I have been trying to organize and clean up while I'm filming at the same time. So here I go back to check to make sure that it is very well cooked. And it looks like the bottom of the cheese has melted. Oops. Here's a blooper, you guys, of me dropping my torta. Hey, 3-second rule, right? Look how cheesy that is. So good. All right, let's get that torta prepared. Let's add all the ingredients that we had just chopped up. So I'm going to add the crispy lettuce. And remember, I'm going to say this again, wash your vegetables before you chop them. That way they're clean and you know that they have been washed. And especially at the stores, you know that at the stores, they have that shiny film around them. You want to make sure that all that stuff is taken off of there, of the vegetable. So now I'm adding I have added the tomato, the onion. Now I'm going to add some avocado. I love avocado. It's so delicious. I could just sprinkle some salt on there and just take a bite. They're so good. I added about a whole half of an avocado onto my torta, or to my roll, or my bolillo, whatever you want to call it, you guys. Now I'm going to add some jalapeno slices. These jalapenos are so good. They are in a jar, and they're not very spicy, but they're really good, and it gave us a good flavor. And there you have it. Delicious torta.
Okay, there you have it. An easy way to make a torta. So delicious, you guys. Okay, I'm going to give it a try. Let's see how it tastes. All right, let's try it out and see if it tastes good. Wow, it's delicious. All the flavors together. Such an authentic Mexican recipe that is so easy to make, and you can get this done in about 20 minutes. All right, you guys, I appreciate you guys being here at the very end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up, you guys. And also, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. All right, you guys, I will see you guys next time, and thank you so much. Bye.